designed some gowns for Real Housewives of Dubai reunion.
Oh my God,
yes,
my
you
friend.
did. Wait, can I say you designed the two best dressed from the Real Housewives of Dubai reunion?
You did.
Every
Dr. Sarah Al-Madani and Nina Ali.
Every single person has said that the two gowns were the best dressed from the whole thing. I mean, they looked, their personality, their characteristics, their position in life really showcased the gown itself. And they didn't look overdone. They looked like themselves, but they were ready to be able to go toe to toe with all the other girls.
I mean, I like Chanel Ayan, but what the hell was she wearing? She looked like Big Bird. I'm sorry, but she did. And
what did Sam say? They look neon.
They look neon.
They look like
it's like it wasn't 4th of July. I don't get it. They look like crayons.
Your designs are so perfect. I think you should have done the whole cast of Dubai. Your designs are like, I mean, it fits.
You know that Sarah asked us last minute if he would make a gown for Caroline Brooks because her gown was not coming or whatever. And we talked with her. We FaceTime with her. I thought everything was going to move forward. And then I guess her gown came. And I was like, what the hell is this Game of Thrones gown? Why didn't he make a gown for her? Because
I mean, her gown was pretty.
You could see her Spanx, though. It was terrible.
It wasn't. I mean, the idea was good, but it was costume.
Yeah.
It wasn't a gown.
Right.
There's something to be said when you're getting a couture gown from a designer that creates gowns and not costumes. When I'm doing TV show, the costumes that I create that are for creating the look or creating an entire feeling that evokes a lot of emotions in people that are going to be viewing it is different than when you're making a gown that's very personal to an individual that has their personality and characteristics that should be in the forefront and shine. And that's not what her.
But what the hell was Carolyn Stanberry wearing? She is such a beautiful woman, and she looked like she was going into an episode of the Golden Girls. Well, I didn't understand that.
But she may be one of the Golden Girls in that group. So
it's always interesting how people choose the reunion looks.
Right?
Yeah. Atlanta, which is tonight, which by the time everyone hears this won't, I mean, this will be during the Atlanta reunion, but you got to check them out. Kenya Moore to me was by far the shining star.
Oh,
she
really?
looked great. Yes. She looked great. And Beverly Hills.
We don't really watch.
Yeah. But we know.
We know a lot of them on Atlanta, but we just don't want to.
We just don't. Well, we don't have time to watch all these
I know.
bitches fighting with each other. There's like two queens here that fight all day. So
listen, I only watch it for this show. If you're not coming on my show, and then I fall way behind. I don't have time either anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? How was working with Nina and Sarah? Who was the bigger diva?
No.
Neither.
Really? Oh my God. They're both such big divas though. They are. They're big divas, but with me, they weren't diva at all.
At all, no.
I mean, Nina would get on Skype and Zoom and FaceTime with me when she's driving, picking up the kids, yelling at the kids. You know, the housekeeper's not getting lunch ready for them, blah, blah, blah.
David,
blah.
I got to tell you the craziest thing. He had been working on a gown for Sarah and finished it and did Nina's gown. And we shipped Nina's gown to Texas because she was in Texas visiting her family.
Yeah, before she went to New York, she stopped off in Texas for a few days.
Sarah was coming right from Dubai to New York. So we shipped the gown USPS overnight to New York City.
Hold on. So we shipped the gown.
Okay.
I already had Sarah's dress almost finished, right? Yeah. Then Nina came along and I had to finish Nina's.
Yes.
I finished Nina's and I shipped Nina's to Houston, Texas so that she would have it and she would take it to New York with her. Not once thinking that I should send Sarah's dress to Nina as well.
Right.
But I'm such a consummate designer that every single gown, as many times as I saw Nina on Zoom and Skype, I never showed her what Sarah was going to be wearing. I never showed anybody
they just knew they were
the other dress.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we never expose it. So I shipped Nina's, then I'm finished with Sarah's and I'm going to ship Sarah's to get to New York
overnight.
The same time that
Nina will arrive.
Nina's going to get to New York
with her gown.
While Sarah is on flight
from Dubai to New York.
So I can make sure that the package is being held by someone. So it's not lost, right?
Yeah.
So here's what happened then.
He tells me to check on the package, and USPS loses the package. They cannot find the dress anywhere. They don't know. All it just says is in transit, last place known, Beverly Hills post office.
I'm like, wait a minute. It's a day after Beverly Hills. Those bitches at the post office, they probably took the dress out. They know it was from Polo to Beverly Hills. You know they're trying on that dress. I told them how important it was that this dress is going to get there on time.
The reunion is in 2 days.
We paid extra. I'm like, this dress better get to New York. I was, oh my God.
7 o'clock at night, we're at home, and he goes, I can't, we got to go back to the boutique. I go, what do you mean? I was
having convulsions.
He goes, if she doesn't have a gown tomorrow, if that gown does not come tomorrow, she's fucked. Now, she doesn't have a gown for the reunion taping on Thursday, and it was Tuesday night.
Meanwhile, the gown has been approved by production.
Yeah.
The colors and scheme
because they have to check all that.
All the restrictions for Sarah, because she's on the religious side, had to be all accommodated.
Right,
so
with
there's
the
a
sleeve,
lot of different things
all of that
I had to do for her because she still needed to look hot. But she wanted to respect her, customs and make sure that her Emirati status would maintain, right?
Yeah.
So
we're going nuts. He says, okay, it's 7 o'clock.
10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night, and we're still waiting for answers back and forth. And I'm like, okay, we're not hearing anything back. This is detrimental. I can't even deal with this.
So at 10 o'clock at night, he tells me we're going back to the boutique now, and I'm going to make a new dress. I'm like, are you crazy?
Okay, so this is 10 p.m. LA time.
What?
So I drive back to the store. I don't even go to the studio. I go back to the store, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Her dress was 12 yards of fabric. I'm like, what fabric?
He doesn't even have that fabric anymore.
Yeah, I don't even have that. It was all hand beaded, right? With pearls and sequins and crystals. I'm like, what fabric am I going to be able to recreate? I don't have her pattern. I got to make a whole new pattern. I need the feathers. There's so many components that made that gown.
He's taking feathers off of other dresses in the boutique, cutting them off to put this dress together. So it
was like Sound of Music, taking the curtains down, trying to make another gown.
A bad episode of Project Runway. He stayed from 10 o'clock at night. We were there at the boutique, 10:30 till 6 o'clock in the morning. He was sewing all night long, changing everything, made the most amazing, beautiful gown. Not like this, it was kind of similar to the other one, but it was similar, but the different fabrics and stuff. And then he's like, okay, that's it. 6 o'clock in the morning. He goes, book a flight. I'm going to jump on a plane to New York. I'm going to deliver it to her today.
If it's 5 hours, I had two options. Either I'm going to ask one of my friends who's flying to New York to go, who's a flight attendant that can carry it.
But you got rerouted to Mexico.
It's like my mule. Yeah. I'm like, I got a mule. I except it's a dress.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sarah's on a plane from Dubai, does not know any of this is going on.
And she's been delayed.
Yes.
So she's stuck in another country right now. She can't even get on a flight to get to New York. So she's a day late.
Nina's trying on her dress, taking pictures, videos, sending us how amazing it looks. It looks so great, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Nina, Sarah's dress is MIA. We stayed all night.
She's like, did you tell?
Gown for her.
Nina's like, did you tell Sarah? I go, no, I can't tell her. She may just jump off the plane. I'm not going to do that to her.
So I put the reservation on hold. He goes, okay, just call the post office one more time. Check it. I'm checking the status. It still says Beverly Hills only. Beverly Hills only. He goes, that's it. Just call the Manhattan station. So I call Midtown. He talks to the supervisor there. They still can't find the dress anywhere.
At this point, everybody in New York knows us from all the way upstate New York down to Manhattan to the center. They're all
looking for this package.
They're all looking for the package. I said, if you guys don't find this package, I am flying out to New York, and I am personally going to visit every single one of these stations. I am coming.
We're in the car with the dress packed. I'm taking him to the airport to get him on a plane to go to New York to deliver. And the lady calls from Midtown New York and says, we found the package.
She goes, guess what? We found the package.
We're like, what?
This is 8 a.m. in the morning now, our time in LA. Yeah. I'm like, you found the package? Is it closed? Is it boxed? Is it in good condition, or is
do you see the actual dress?
Yeah. I'm like, or did you find the box and there's tire tracks all over it? It's
right.
Sarah's delayed at the airport. She finally gets to the airport. The package is there. She tries on the dress.
Sarah is stuck in customs at this point.
Yeah.
So she's in New York airport, stuck in customs. The package is in upstate New York.
Yes.
We send a driver to go pick up the package to bring down to center so that they can we got another personal driver to take back to the.
She tried, the dress finally gets to the hotel. Finally, after he's made a whole new dress the night before, which nobody even knows. He made a whole new dress. She tries on the dress, sends me a video and a picture. She goes, and it fit her like a glove.
Now we haven't told Sarah anything.
She doesn't even know he was like, it was lost. He made a new dress, nothing. Then we told her and we were in shock.
Mean, after she tried it on and I knew that the gown was in mint condition.
Then he's like, we'll tell her.
And there were no adjustments even needed.
Yeah.
Not even one single pin needed to be on the dress. She was like, oh my God, I feel so beautiful. After the rough time I had flying, this is what I was looking forward to. And then she tries on the dress and she's like, oh, I love it. Thank you.
And it looks stunning.
And I'm like, now let me tell you the story, bitch. Let me really tell you what happened, what I was doing up all night last night.
Yep.
So what's going to happen with this new dress? Will it ever see the light of day?
It is. It's going to put it on another celebrity for a very big event in about 2 months. And